Hey, what's up, everybody? Ah, nice. That's exactly what it says. Nice, purified water. Yeah. Okay, you probably see the title up above. This is my thoughts on the whole OTRS Wrestling Jesus situation. And honestly, I can definitely feel where the OTRS is coming from. I mean, I watched a bit of the Wrestling Jesus and his videos about the OTRS. I don't know what he's thinking. Either he's high on something, either he has had one too many drinks, or I don't know what his deal is. Okay, let's take a look at it this way. The Off the Rope show, yeah, they haven't been on YouTube as long as I have. But here's the deal. They have done more for the YWC, as it's called, on YouTube, the YouTube wrestling community, and the DWC, the Daily Motion Wrestling community, if there, and the BWC, the Blimp.TV wrestling community, and even the FBWC and the TWC, and otherwise known as the Facebook wrestling community and the Twitter wrestling community, than anyone has done in the 2 years that they've been part of the YouTube phenomenon. Let me put it to you like this. You know, they are fans like myself, and they're just speaking from what they see, from experience of what they see. Yeah, they do a lot of gimmicks at times. They do a lot of gimmicks. I mean, when Mike Rout, or Mr. Rout, if you will, Mel D, and his name escapes me right now. His name escapes me, and I apologize for it. But Mel D, Mr. Rout, and Marvelous Mark, there it is, Marvelous Mark, do the canned heat. That's basically their way of expressing how they feel about the Divas division. Basically, like canned heat short, just like the Diva matches are. But they do give credit where it's due. I mean, Mr. Rout gave credit this past week when he did a solo canned heat and said, hey, at least they're building up a Divas match for this Sunday, which is a good thing. I mean, they basically throw in their own special ingredients when it comes to doing their reviews. And they do more than just reviews. I mean, they do more than just reviews. I mean, they take time out of their busy schedules to do things like Survivor Series, like a overview of all the Survivor Series, an overview of all the WrestleManias, the Royal Rumbles, the SummerSlams. You know, they take time out of the busy schedule to do that. You know, they take the time out of the busy schedule to do Q&As. And they don't have to. And sometimes the Q&As can be a lot longer than even Jeff Meachum's, if you will. You know, they take time out. I mean, they take time out to do the top 15 list of whatever they don't like. I mean, Schleg Daddy had a right to do what he did with Randy Orton last year. Because, heck, when I read that Randy Orton in the spoilers beat Christian 48 hours in real-time life, in real time, within 48 hours of real time, not storyline time, but real time, of Christian becoming world champion for the first time, I can understand that a lot of people were pissed off about it. And I can understand that people would gravitate to someone like Jeff Schlegel, the Schleg Daddy, and his top 15 reasons Randy Orton sucks. I can understand why they would gravitate to his top 15 reasons Jeff Jarrett sucks. They are basically adding their own spice to everything that they do on their show. I have never seen them rip off somebody once. I have not seen any wrestling video related from the YWC, other YWC members, where they have ripped them off. Not once. Yes, they'll sometimes call out certain people like the British Fist, the Tree of Woe, Chase Oliver. You know, they'll do that. Heck, they'll even allow people to introduce their shows. Like this past week, they allowed Sean's View of Sean's View Entertainment, who actually did a response video to me one time to introduce their show. They even get, I mean, they take time out of the busy schedule to go to Waterloo, Iowa, to that Wrestling Hall of Fame and meet up with legends of the ring. Like, they can get someone like Baron von Raschke, Goldberg, Jimmy Hart. They can get someone like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And who knows who they'll get this year. I mean, they could get Kurt Angle, JBL to do introductions or be in an opening video before they do a review. They take time out of the busy schedules. They take time away from their families and the people they're involved in relationships with, personal relationships with. They take time out of all that to do that kind of stuff. I'm sure if they had the money, they'd take time out and go to New Jersey next year for WrestleMania. Look, I understand completely where the Off the Rope show is coming from, because guess what? I've had people misunderstand me. I've had to come out just like Jeff Schiegel did about a week ago or so, and basically correct people on what they did wrong. I had to tell Sega Genesis 4100, hey, get your facts straight before you do anything. And if you watch the video while I did that, you'll see exactly what I mean. The truth is, if Wrestling Jesus, which I think he should be changing it to Wrestling Jesus, not Wrestling Jesus, he should be Wrestling Jesus, is gonna rant on the Off the Rope show, because why? Because they're going to produce a newsletter. They're going to produce a newsletter, and you think, and he thinks basically that it's for their own personal gain? No. I mean, they wouldn't come out and say in front of the world, we're doing this to improve on what we got to do. They're saying, hey, we want to spread our wings. We want to do more blog talk radios, just like we did when we began. We want to do more than just our reviews. We want to expand. We want to make money. Okay, here's one thing. I'm using a webcam right now, which is 360p at the highest. Their webcam is 480p at the highest, and sometimes it doesn't work right, because you take a look at Jeff's TNA Impact review this past week. He had to redo that review, and never once has he ever had to, or together have they ever had to redo a review because the video was messing up. You see, them doing a newsletter, starting off with a newsletter, with the price that they're offering, I mean, $1 for 2 weeks, $2 for a month. I mean, you can't honestly ask for a cheaper price. Okay, maybe not $2 a month, $2 a year. Basically $1.99 for a year subscription. My bad, and I apologize. But basically, you get what I'm saying. You can't ask for a better price right there. You can't ask for a better price. And to me, what they're going to do with that money is not spend it on themselves. No. What they're going to do is they're going to take that money and they're going to put it towards improving their show. Again, like I was saying, they have a 480p webcam like I do, which basically is messing up on them at times. And like I said, causing Jeff to do something they rarely do, and that's redo a review. They can put that money that they get from the newsletter and whatever else they do towards an HD camera. Get what I'm saying? Towards a 720 or 1080p web camera. HD webcam. And that would work out perfectly for them. Or even towards a 1080p or 720 portable camera. You know what I'm saying? One of those regular cam things. That's where the money would be going towards, to help improve and to help pay the monthly fees they'd be paying to Blog Talk Radio for their service. And paying towards the people that they would want to get t-shirts made for. T-shirts made from. If they want to go to a local t-shirt pressing or t-shirt designing area in town, like we have one here in town, if they wanted to go to that place wherever they live and say, hey, I want an assume this position, an assume position t-shirt, which says like on top where it says assume, and then on the bottom it says position. And you can have whatever you want on there. That's where the money's going towards. And yet, people like the Wrestling Jesus, or I'm going to call him Wrestling Jesus, doesn't understand that. Okay? They don't understand that. And sometimes maybe they do want to put it towards maybe, let's say, doing an off-the-rope show episode from, let's say, not just the Pro Wrestling Museum that's in Waterloo, Iowa, but maybe doing a pro wrestling, but maybe doing an off-the-ropes review from, let's say, a Q&A or an off-the-ropes Q&A or series or video that's based on a series, based on, like, in, say, a Slammiversary series or Bound for Glory series. You know, have them doing it from a live wrestling event in town. Things like that. So, that to me is why they're doing this. It's nothing else. And as far as, like I said, I'm concerned, I have not seen them rip off anybody. I mean, I'm such a fan of the OTRS. You know what I've done? And you can see it here on my YouTube page. I have made created characters of Schleg Daddy, Route, Metal D, B-Rad. I've been watching them since B-Rad was on there. Tasteless Tony, I have yet to make one of Marvelous Mark, but still you get the point. If I didn't like them, I wouldn't have done that. Heck, I put them in a group together on my newest WWE12 game, and I've given them the Four Horsemen theme as a team entrance music. I mean, what more can you ask for? I mean, I even created a Create Arena with their name, OTRS. Again, what more can you ask for from someone that enjoys this stuff and doesn't see nothing wrong with it, doesn't see anything bad with it? Wrestling Jesus, whatever you want to call yourself, is nothing more than a guy that wants to stir up trouble and is, as people call those that go against me and rant against me for no reason, a troll. That's all he is, a troublemaker and a troll. So, that's my thoughts on this whole thing with the OTRS and the Wrestling Jesus, whatever you want to call it. If you want to comment down below, go ahead. I'll talk to you all later.